How are you, boys and girls? Today we will start new chapter 6, lesson 6, congruent figures. Today is 30th of March 2020. The pages that we will work are page 259 and 260. Okay, let's see, let's understand what is the meaning of congruent figures. Congruent figures are figures that has the same shape and the same size. The same shape and the same size. So they are typical to each other. Okay, let's take examples to understand. Are these figures congruent? Look at these figures, two figures. I have two triangles as you see. What do you think? Are they or do they have the same shape and size? They already have the same shape. This is a triangle, the other one is a triangle. But do they have the same size? Think. I think this one, the first one, is smaller than the other one, or the second one is bigger than the first. So they don't have the same size. When we have when we don't have the same size, we cannot say these figures are congruent. So we can say they are not congruent. The two triangles are not congruent. Let's see the other example. Are these figures congruent? Here, the first one is a rectangle. The second one is also a rectangle. The first one, the size of the first one, is it bigger than the second or smaller or the same? We have to notice this carefully. They have the same shape and the same size. So I can say these two figures are congruent figures. They are congruent figures. Look at these two figures. The first one is called what? This is a plane figure. It is called, excellent, pentagon, because it has 5 sides. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is a pentagon. The second one is it have 5 sides like the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6. So it is different than the first. By the way, 6 sides. This is called what? Hexagon. Excellent. So the first one is pentagon. The second one is hexagon. So the shapes are different or the same? They are different. So it doesn't have the same shape and size. Also the size, if the shape is different, so the size is different. So I can say these figures are not congruent. Let's take another example. Choose the figure that is congruent to the first in each row. Here he gives you a figure and asks you which one of the other figures is congruent to the first one. Look at this one. This is a square. Okay? Here, this one. What do you think? Is this a square? No, it looks like rhombus. Is this a square? No, it also looks like rhombus. Is this a square? What do you think? Yes, so I can choose this one. I can circle it like that. So this figure is congruent to the first one. The last one here is a triangle, so it is not congruent to the first. So only this one is congruent to the first one. This circle, which one of these figures is congruent to the first one or this circle? I think this is no. This is also no. This one is no, not congruent. And the last one, this circle is congruent to the first one. Okay, like that we finish examples on this lesson. Examples before we start the pages that we will solve. Let's solve the 2 pages in the textbook in the next